Welcome everyone to the fourth race of the GT4 series here at the eSeniors World Championship. Here we are in my home country, Barcelona. Ladies and gentlemen, so we have a fun race here for all of you. Welcome everyone. Of course, invite your friends, invite your relatives, invite anyone you want. We're gonna have a lovely time here in my home soil here in Barcelona. I just read that my pocket is not going to be able to actually race because of a PC issue. Hopefully everything is okay. Of course, in case he has issues with streaming, I'll take over to help out because we don't want any of that. But hopefully the PC is well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right into the standings. I want you all to check it. Just look at that. Look at who we have first at the moment. That's Alessandro Mediotti. And with 141, and just behind him is Chris Bourne and John Saunders. They're really close to one another, and from those three, then when we go down into Eric Down, Arrobas, Wood, Pitala, Wiggin, Trowbridge, Beard, Peterson, etc., you see that the grid is really tight with points thanks to the new point system. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump directly into the qualifying. Let's do so right now. Here we are, Barcelona. Lovely track. I think we're gonna go and have a full lap with some fine gentlemen, and I think this time around we're gonna focus on Mr. Derek Bird. So let's just do that. Here we have him. We're gonna go through the finish line straight, and now we're gonna jump right into turn one. Here you have it. We're gonna go into Pont La Caixa, the old Pont La Caixa. Here we go through this lovely section here. It's absolutely wonderful to see the Renault. Now we're going through this long right-hander, looking incredible so far. For Mr. Derek Bird, it's really hard to get that exit right. We're going to Repsol. Lovely hairpin, another tricky corner because you need to find that right straight angle for the straight. We're going into Seat, and now we're going to go into one of the toughest parts on the track, this uphill double corner. First we have this left-hander. You can see there that Derek Bird is going to go a little bit on the curb, and finally we're going to have this right-hander that is also super tricky. This is Kamsa. This is the Kamsa corner. Really tricky and really easy to get a warning for getting off the track because it's really tough. Here we go into now where it was called La Caixa corner. Not anymore. Now we're gonna go into Banc de Sabadell. Looking so good so far for Mr. Derek Bird. Here we're going to Europe car. The chicane that personally I hate. I want to know your opinion, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this chicane, but I would rather take that really long right-hander. And here we're going through the last corner, New Holland. And that's the end of a lap. Where's he gonna put himself? That's gonna be a P1 for Derek Bird. My God, this man is flying. I think I chose the best car to show, because good Lord, was that fast for Mr. Derek Bird. Let me tell you, that was absolutely incredible. And now we're gonna go check on some other cars. We're gonna go with Dimitri Statis, the Canadian. Here we have him going through that second sector, really wide entry. He's gonna close it out now, looking good. Let's see how he does here in the chicane. It's looking good. It is for now. That's a good entry. Is he gonna get a good exit? That's a little slow, but still gets the job done. He's gonna put a lap time up. Let's see. Here you have the cockpit of Mr. Satis. He's gonna put himself on P4. The 156 dead. Not too bad out of a lap. I'm gonna check now with Mr. Chris Bourne. Right now, P2 on the championship. Let's see if he can get the pole position provisionally For now, he's finding himself with someone in front of him. This might not be the best occasion for Bourne, because you're going to see there he's going to have to take a wider line through the last corner, and that's going to put him off the track, and I think that's going to be an invalidated lap. We'll see if it is. It looks like it is. That would have been pole position, but really unfortunate for him, he found a car. That didn't work out too well for him so far, ladies and gentlemen. Really unfortunate there. Hope you're all having a great evening, ladies and gentlemen, because, come on, tell me. How are you doing? Invite your friends. I see not a lot of people are joining the stream so far. I guess Wednesday is not the best day ever. Surely a lot of people will be working, so it's also understandable. We're going to jump also. Now P3 in the championship, Mr. John Saunders is also doing an incredible lap so far. Let's see if this time is going to clean it up. Because his last lap time wasn't validated. That's really wide. But it's looking good so far. That's a good exit. Really tight. And going wide on that curve, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be John Saunders taking the pole position with a 54.9. Really good lap there for Mr. Saunders. Let's jump with P4 in the championship right now, shall we? That's Eric Dont. Here you have him. Belgian. Let's see how he does now through this last sector. That looks quite nice. This is the big trouble. It's such a hard corner to get right. This chicane is horrendous. But yeah, hopefully, Mark, the PC is alright. Really hoping so. I really hope so. We're gonna go back with Chris Bourne. Because now, he seems like he's finding himself on a free track. So let's see if now he can capitalize on it and put a pole position on the mark. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is, Chris Bourne. Through the last corner, through New Holland. He's going to cross the finish line. And he's going to smash that P1 with a 54 dead. Good lord, this man is flying with a Mercedes. That was an absolutely incredible lap. And let's see if someone can contest that. We're going to jump now with Mr. Manuel Sosa, who's going to start the lap time just behind him. This was the car that Mr. Bourne had issues with in that first lap time. This number one, he didn't find him around. So let's see what's going to happen there. And we'll see if the Portuguese can get a good lap time in. We're going to check up some other cars. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have Mr. Langlois exiting the chicane. That's a little correction there from Mr. Langlois. Still gonna look good. He has lost a little bit of time though, and let's see what the Frenchman does. He puts himself in P16. He has lost a lot of time there on that exit, but either way, it has worked. And just behind him, there you have is Savic. Oh, that's really wide on the exit. That might have been an invalidated lap because that was really hard on the curb. Is it going to be so? It is going to be an invalidated lap for Mr. Savic. So we'll see what happens. Let's jump now right into... Oh, I thought John Wilson was going to keep on going. It seems he made a mistake, and it hasn't worked great for him. Here we have the championship leader, Mr. Alessandro Mediotti, the Italian, right now putting on a banger of a lap. Let's see what he can do. It's looking real good for the Porsche so far. That's not the best Serpent can hope for. Let's see if now he can get a better turn in here on the uphill section of the track. That looks really hard on the curve. That looks good. Carrying a lot of speed through there. This is a really important corner, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what he can do. It looks really nice. Turning late. That's a lot of speed, and that's a great exit. That's beautiful from the Italian. Let's see how he does this really hard braking zone into La Caixa. It's still looking quite nice. Cutting the curve completely well. Now we'll go here into the back de Salvadel. Keeping it slow. And drop to second for more turning. That looks good. Let's see that exit. Also looking fine. Here we go. That's not the best entry. And here we go now again through the chicane. Good, avoiding those big sausages. He's gonna have a little bit of a struggle at the exit of the chicane, but still gonna do well. Here we have him. He's gonna cross the finish line right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna put himself on P10. Good job so far from the Italian, but we know he can do way better. We're gonna jump with Mr. Jeremy Arrobas. Yorton, Texas Racing. Hi guys, sorry I can drive. I'm really sorry you have to do work and you cannot join us here. Obviously, it will be a pleasure to have you here, and hopefully, we'll have you next week. Sorry if I disturbed you, because I also sent you a DM on Discord because I wanted to ask you about something that you were playing. As we see, Jeremy Arrobas is going to take P9. Good job from the Canadian. Gonna jump right into Shane Pollitt's car. Here we have him also going through the last sector with that Alpine. That's not getting complete apex. Here we go through the chicane. That looks like a good entry. That looks like a really good exit. Oh, he had to correct. Too much turning. Made him slip a little bit. We're going to go now with Mr. Vinchaya as we see Poland put himself on P7. That's a great lap. And here we have Michelle Vinchaya, captains of the eSeniors Community and Championship. Let's see what he can do this time around. That looks like a good exit. It's going to be improving for a whole second. Where is it going to end up? It might end up in P14 or similar. It's going to be an invalidated lap. It's going to be an invalidated lap, unfortunately, for Mr. Mishaya. Hello, Melvin. Nice to see you here as well, my friend. Again, guys, please share the stream, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with whoever you want. Let's have a good party in here. You can see there that, as we said, oh, that's Vitala going up the track. Gonna have to go for another round. You're gonna have to give me a second because I found an issue. So one moment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna need 1 second to fix this issue. We'll be right back. One moment. Here you have the standings in the meanwhile as I fix this issue. Please, 1 moment. And we are back into action, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that right now I cannot go full ham as I usually do. But you know, I like to have my commentary really passionate. But I have my father sleeping, so I'm gonna get my ass whooped if I go for that. Eric Daunt is gonna put himself on P5 with a 55-1. That's looking good. We only have 4 cars on the 54 barrier. Tried watching in YouTube channel, but couldn't get chat to work. That's weird. That is weird, my friend. I don't know what has happened here, but what has happened there, sorry. But hopefully it's fixed now. Mitchell Ponov, MKD, there we have him. Going through like ice, a really nice exit from the BMW. And let's see now if he can get a good end of lap. That looks like a good corner, good Bank de Sabadell. Here we go through this left-hander. Looking good so far. You can see one of the cars moving out of the way. That's a really good entry from Ponov, and that's a good exit as well. Let's see, because he should be gaining some time there. That looked really good for Mr. Ponov. I'm sure he has to be improving on his lap time after that. That looked great, and that's actually going to put him on P5. Really close between himself and Derek Daunt. It has worked out for him, so that is absolutely fantastic. Let's jump right into Vitala's view of Bank de Sabadell. You can see he's really strong there with the Porsche. See if he can have a better ending of lap. That's hitting the big curb, and that's something you need to avoid immediately, because that's just going to kill you. You can see that the NC wasn't the best. The X was better. Has lost a little bit of time, and let's see if he's going to be able to improve. For now, it looks like he won't. It's going to be a 57-1. Not going to be enough to beat this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right into the provisional pole leader. Here you have him, Mr. Bourne. Still improving on his lap time. We might see a 53 here with the GT4. That would be amazing to see. That's incredible pace for Mr. Bourne, at least on the qualifying, and he has a big chance to do so. Here we go with him through the last chicane, and there we go. That looks like a good entry, good exit as well. That was beautiful. And here we go through the last exit for New Holland. Heading into the finish line straight. He is improving. He's gonna break that 54 barrier, ladies and gentlemen. That's a 153.8. What an amazing lap from Mr. Bourne. That is absolutely incredible to see. That's some great pace right there. Gonna jump right into Bono. He's finding himself with some traffic. Yeah, he's gonna take now a good exit. That was really nice to see. He's improving. Let's see if the exit is gonna be good as well. On New Holland it is. He's gonna improve. And it's not gonna be enough to beat John Saunders' time just by 50 thousandths of a second. He's not gonna be able to make it. Oh, that's Sauvage right now, completely spun on the track. Not looking good so far for the Frenchman, P13. We're going to jump right now with Peter Miles. Here you have him. He's just starting the lap. He's going through that right-hander. Really tough corner. You need to judge it very well to know when to hit the full throttle. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want, I'm going to inform you a little bit of the new updates that we're going to be having on the eSeniors community. eSeniors World Championship. We're going to have a new way of reviewing incidents. There's going to be a forum or a channel where the drivers will be able to report incidents within the races that they have competed in with a maximum of 24 hours after the race. We'll be able to appeal it and report it both, and then the stewards will decide, because obviously checking all of the incidents in every single race, to be honest, that's really overwhelming, and we really need to applaud the steward team for putting so much work into it. I think this change is going to be for the better for everyone. And as well, ladies and gentlemen, if you also want to join the action here at the eSeniors community, you can join our Discord. And if you're 50 years old or older, you can participate on the different championships that we have. We have the GT4 Championship, the Porsche Cup Championship, and then we have Group 3, Group 2, and Group 1, depending of your pace. You can join the action. We'll be welcome to have you here. Hello, Nikos. It's awesome to see you here as always. It was nice to race you on Monday. I had the pleasure to join the warm-up race on Monday. Before the server had an unfortunate crash, I was able to hit P2, which was a very proud moment for me. It didn't work out so well on on Tuesday. We're not going to talk about my Lambo spin, but let me tell you, I was really happy to see all of you on track. I'm really thankful to see that all of you are enjoying my presence and enjoying my stream, so that is awesome to see. I have 1 minute left of qualifying. Chris Bourne still in the lead, still dominating this qualifying session, 4/10 up from Derek Bird. Saunders, there you have him on third. It's really good to see Bird at the top of the grid. Big Natty, hello. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're having an incredible day. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we just have 1 minute remaining of qualifying. Let's see if some other cars show up at the top 10 at least. Here we have Terry Trowbridge, P9. That's really wide. That is really wide through turn 7. That's not looking very good for Trowbridge. He has lost a lot of time there. Let's see if we can get it back here on turn 8. That's a little bit of a slide. Still a good exit. Here we go through La Caixa in just a few seconds. I am on vacation. Oh my god, I am very envious of you. I'm really hoping that your vacation is going absolutely fantastic, Mr. For sure. It's always awesome to have a little time for yourself, to relax, to disconnect from work and to disconnect for everything. So I'm really happy that you're able to have your vacation, and hopefully it will go great. Here we have a Rainer Berger P14. He's improving by half a second. Might put himself on the top 10. Sorry, on the top 12. We'll see if he's going to be able to do so. Qualifying has ended, and we'll see what's going to happen. Hello, Willie. Hello, Don Queen. It's great to see you all here. Times for the top 5 have been absolutely incredible. Mediotti has been able to put himself on P4, which is great news. He was top 10 before. Rainer Berger is not going to be able to improve on his lap time at the end. You only have one car on track at the moment. You can see there the checker flag is there, but it still has a chance to put this last lap time in. He's alone on the track at the moment. He might have a good chance of getting some positions on this last lap time. That looks very good from Paulie. We're gonna check it from the helmet, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna see how the Alpine does. That's a good corner right there, turn 8, really smooth. Let's see how we head up into La Caixa. Is he gonna get a good braking zone? It looks like so, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's beautiful. Cutting a little bit of the corner. Ooh, that's a little slide. Still doing well. Through Bank de Sabadell. That looks really tight to the line. Looking real good so far for Mr. Poet. Now it all depends here on the last sector. Here we go. Not hitting the apex there. Let's see if this time is better. That looks like a great entry. Well, it's a little bit of a slide. It's going to be a slow exit, but it's still going to make it alive, which is important. He's still improving on his last lap time. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 4 tenths up. What is he going to be able to hit? He's going to put himself on P6. And this is going to be the end of qualifying. So let's check all the positions there. You have Bornham first, Derek on second, Saunders on third, Mediotti on fourth, Pound up fifth. And then we'll check the rest once we jump into the grid, ladies and gentlemen. Willie gave up the KTM. I've talked to Willie. Well, we've talked to Willie, and it seems like he wants to go back into the Porsche. And that's great news, because I'm a Porsche fanboy. Must be first John Wilson's race this season in all categories. We'll see how he does. Okay, hello, welcome to the stream. Pleasure to meet you all. My name is Juan Antonio Mena. As you know, I'm the commentator for the evening here at both the GT4 and the Group 2 here at the eSeniors World Championship. Hopefully, have a great time together. This race is going to start in just a few moments. And let me tell you, is it looking interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, give me some predictions. Who is going to take this victory? Let me see. Let me see your opinions. We're going to go right into rock and roll. Just a few seconds. 30 seconds remaining for the cars to prepare their setups. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see how the grid starts. You can see there are 22 people. Keep in mind, we'll talk about it through the race goes on. The new changes for the incident report and the new details for safety. We'll be talking about them, but ladies and gentlemen, right now it's not time for safety because we haven't started yet, but we are going to in just a few seconds. It's going to be the green very soon for Chris Bourne, who's going to set the pace. There we go. He's going to start it off right there. He's getting not too bad of an exit, but still, it's going to be Bird right now getting an incredible start. There you have Mr. Bourne. Let's see what he can do. He has the inside this time around. He's going to break lane. No, he's not just yet. You can see there he's going to try to dive the inside. That's a good move there. He's going to stay himself on P2. Oh, there's someone out of the grid. That's someone out of the track. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Mediotti. We'll check right now. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to see what has happened to Mediotti. Here we go through the replay. Because he had a really good start, but unfortunately things haven't worked out so well for him. Here we go through turn 1, and you can see that that's a sandwich of 3, and the white car unfortunately touched and collided with Mediotti, and Mediotti finds himself now at the back of the grid. This is one of the worst views for him. The championship leader right now, not enjoying his time. We'll see what he can do. You can see they're already trying to catch some places up again. We're gonna jump with Terry Thorvich. Here you have it. And In front of him is Mr. Ponap. There you have it. That was the car who had the incident with Mr. Medelti. This is absolutely incredible. Look at that pack of the cars here through the straight into La Caixa. It's looking real good for everyone so far. Let's check on Medeotti, who has put himself right now in P15. That's a great corner. That's a little bit of a spin. We're going to check that right now. That's Colombo. We're going to jump right now to see what has happened right now. Let's see. Oh, that's a little bit of contact, and the red car, unfortunately, run completely straight. Oh my god almighty, that was Sosa as well. Good Lord Almighty, what has happened there? That was Benshaya, the car who kept on the throttle. Unfortunately, himself and Colombo being involved in that incident, not looking real good so far. We're going to check now on Andreas Pettersson. They're side by side, himself and Eric Dont. Who's going to be able to take the position? Is it going to be the Swede? Is it going to be Mr. Dont? Let's see for now. Mr. Pettersson has the incident. That's a great corner. He's going to keep it. Let's be certain for Pettersson. Incredible job so far, but let's check back into Medetti. Medetti trying his best to catch some places up as fast as possible. Here we go through turn 3. It's looking great. You can see he's waiting to get the right moment on the throttle. That's a great exit. Let's see. There's going to be a 3-man pack right in front of him. Is PJ Vitala. Mr. Medeotti's going to try the inside, and he has it so far. That's a great move from Mr. Medeotti. Let's see if now he can chase Mr. Savic. Here he has us just behind him. Let's see what happens here through the hairpin. It looks good for both of them, but you can see their Medeotti carrying so much speed. My God almighty. This man is flying right now. This man is on a mission. Is he going to try it on the inside? Is he going to be patient? He's going to have to be patient through here. But this is a really dangerous part of the track to make a move on. But still, he's carrying more speed. You can see there Medeotti has some pace. He's not giving up. We have 56 minutes remaining still. So he has a long way to climb the mountain. Here we see through the straight, he's going to try it on the inside on Caixa. Is he going to be able to make it? La Caixa is going to be it for him. Jackpot there for Mr. Medeotti, who has done incredible. And that's another overtake on his pocket. Let's check on the leaders, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to check on Mr. Wilson. We're going to check on Mr. Wilson in just a second. Derek Bird here, keeping that P2. Warren at the end, making the move. And for now, they're all keeping the positions. Really good to see. We're going to jump now into Peterson. As you see, Warren setting the fastest lap time. And you can see there, Peterson already at the back of Torrance. My God, Andreas, you're doing incredible so far. He's showing some really good pace here in Barcelona. He's not going to be able to make the move just yet, but he might have a chance on turn 3. You can see there the late braking to get a really good entry. That's a little wide. You should be able to take that curve. So you're going to carry the most speed, but still looking good. We're going to check on Vitala now. Here you have him fighting with Savic. Now Frenchman, here you have it. Again, going through turn 3, looking great. And come on, let's give Nico some applause, because I'm sure he made that livery. Ooh, oh, that looks good. Mr. Nichols, you need to make a livery for me, man. Looks amazing. Look at that beauty in red and green. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me tell you. Come on, Chad. Give some applause to Mr. Nichols. I'm sure he made it. And of course, he has made a lot of liveries here, so round of applause for the man. Hell yeah. Here we go through Dimitri Statis. The Canadian is trying his best to overtake Jeremy Arrobas, but Jeremy is defending quite well. Here we go through turn 8. It's looking real good so far by both of them, but Jeremy is going to get a really good exit so far. Let's see if he can defend it through the back straight. It looks good. He's going to be able to do so, no problem at all. We're going to jump right into Andreas Peterson. Here you have him still fighting with Trowbridge, but because of the ongoing fights, Dante has been able to catch up. Now it depends. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I have some information that Sosa making a mistake. Dropped to nearly last. We have a little bit of a yellow here. Chris Bourne beating the fastest laps and John Wilson. Unfortunately, going off the track and losing many positions. Derek Bird beating that fastest lap time with a 54.5. My God, this man are flying. Good Lord. 54s on race pace. That is absolutely nuts. As we see, Vitala's going to try his best to make the move on Savage. Finally, is it going to happen here in turn 1? Let's see. For now, it looks like he has the inside. Who's going to break later? Who's going to have the biggest sack of cojones? There you have it. It's Vitala making the move, and that was beautiful. That was a beautiful overtake, and we're going to jump right into Dimitri Statis. Is again fighting with Jeremy Arroyos, but he's not finding the space to make the move. You can see how close both of them are. That's going to be Medeotti passing him on the inside. Medeotti's flying, and now he has a chance. He has the move, maybe, on Jeremy Arroyos. You can see there, wow, Medeotti breaking super late. He knows he has the pace, he knows he has the speed, and he's not going to wait any longer to make the move. They're going to go side by side here through turn 7, and Medeotti is going to make the move. That was incredible. That was a nice move, and Status, be careful, because you might have a chance now, because that really unfocused Arroyos getting a really bad exit through there, but still is going to keep the speed. Medeotti flying through Barcelona, and Peterson is going to try to move on the inside, and it has worked perfectly because Torrance has lost the car and went a little bit on the outside. You're welcome anytime. Oh, I love you, mate. You are the best. Let me tell you. Here we have Statis and Arroyos still fighting. What a great fight here we have between Canadians. It's looking great so far for both of them, but Arroyos is still leading that pack, finding himself in P10. To have 52 minutes to go, and the racing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is being absolutely fantastic. So enjoyable to see, let me tell you. We have here Peter Miles. You can see that he has struggled a little bit. He has eaten that big curb, and it hasn't helped him wonders. Let's see now what's going to happen, because Terry Trowbridge is trying to get close to Peterson, but he's not being able to find the pace to make the move. Seriously, Peterson putting an amazing performance so far. 9 minutes in, he has made some positions and is flying with that race pace. We're going to jump now behind. There we have Ryan Berger trying his best to catch Peter Miles. It's not being enough so far. We're going to go now back again to the complete back of the grid. There you have John Wilson taking the inside line, getting closer to Colombo. And it looks like Wilson has the speed. We've seen that he was really fast so far. Fortunately, that didn't help him out too much. But he's catching the cars already, so it's looking good. We're going to check on the leader, Mr. Chris Bourne. You can see there, these two men are on an island right now. They're putting on some bangers of lap times. We're going to share that with you right now. Give me a second to show you some professional, incredible sector times thanks to ACT TV. So ladies and gentlemen, you should check them out, because by God, they are incredible at it, let me tell you. And here you have the comparison between both of them. There you have the sectors. Mr. Bird this time around was faster. We'll need to see if it's gonna keep happening, but for now it is not. Make sure you think our group is the most unpredictable. Has some great battles with you, sure. Still remember your amazing overpass and service on here. To be honest, I'm really enjoying all of the series, from the GT4 to the 3 groups to the Porsche Cup. Every single race you do, I'm hooked, line and sinker, and I cannot stop watching. Let me tell you, we have Joe and Jaya on the pit lane. You see there, the difference in pace is massive. This case, you saw Vinchaya not having the best of starts after an incident. We're going to take those sectors off. We're going to go back to live action, ladies and gentlemen. We have John Wilson again trying his best to catch Colombo. Now he has a better chance at him. Colombo is going to try to go on the inside. He's not going to be able to defend it. He's going really wide to try to make the corner, but that's Wilson making the move. And careful, because he might have a chance on Mr. Sosa as well, because that was a really good exit. Halftime pass, back to football. Oh, I hope you enjoy your football, because I'm enjoying mine, because Sevilla is winning by a lot, and I'm very happy. Let's check on Kevin Torrance. Here you have him. It's looking good. Let's see if Torrance can make the move on Willie Owens, but for now he's doing a great job there. That Porsche is getting back to the Porsche. Having some good pace so far. Agree, but it's safer than playing on public servers. There's much more respect when you know you're going to race the same person last week. I completely agree. Sorry for that. I nearly died. Jesus. But that is completely true, and I have to agree with that, sir. You know you're racing the same person, you can start analyzing him and knowing what he does well, what he does wrong, when to go in, when not to go in. So it's really good insight. You can see there Eric Dawn trying his best to catch Torrance. Peterson making a little bit of a gap now. It's a second and a half between himself and Torrance and Daunt. We don't have any fights already on the track. Everyone is separated by a second. We're going to check the track map right now so you can see all of the cars are already spread out throughout the field. Mr. Card number 70 is Mr. Columba, and he hasn't finished a lap yet. And look at where we have Mr. Chris Bourne already. Oh my good lord, he has just lost that P1 to Derek Bird. Derek Bird has made the move, no problem at all. I think Bourne made a little bit of a mistake on that entry of turn 5. It's not going to work out for him, and that's the change of lead. Bourne now in the back has to put the pressure on. Here we have now another fight. Sosa losing the position to Mr. Wilson, who's going to go completely wide. That's a big bump there for the car. He's going to give the position back. Really respectful and really good from Mr. Wilson. Looking great. Going to go back. Now, let's check on Dimitri Statis. Here you have him. Still a fight going on between himself and Arrobas. Arrobas has the pace. He's trying his best to defend it, and it's working out so well so far. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the stream, if you want to support the channel, please leave us a follow, leave us a like on the stream. And if you want to invite your family, your friends, whoever you want to invite, that is really appreciated. Because the more you see us, the more things we can bring to the table. Hopefully you're being entertained so far in this 15 minutes of racing we've had so far. See here, Daunt is going to have a go at Trowbridge again. He's lacking a little bit of speed now. He's way closer. He might have a chance to make it happen, but still doesn't look like it's going to be enough. There you have him. He's actually slower than Trowbridge on the straight. Ginetta being really slow on the straight, it's not helping out. This is making the time on the corners. But when we go into the straights, no way, Jose. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to check now on the lead. You can see that Chris Bourne is going to start a move on the inside. That was beautiful, but it's not going to work out just yet. Here we have this amazing fight for the lead. Bourne on the hunt. He has gotten that pace back. He's going to try to make a switcheroo. You can see there's waiting for a better exit. He hasn't been able to close it out, so it's going to lose a little bit of time now, but still, Bird now with the pressure to defend from Mr. P2 in the championship. Bourne with a really good exit there on turn 7. Here we go through turn 8. Let's see what's going to happen. Bourne carrying a lot of speed. It's not going to be enough, it seems. And I agree that Maserati does not have any TC. The only man on the Maserati, we're going to focus on him right now, Mr. Torrance. There you have him. That's what I call having some balls. No TC, going all in. No TC, no ABS. That's what I call a wild Batman. And he's doing incredible, but yes, I agree. There has been a lot of track cuts, a lot of off tracks. And this is not good, because let me tell you, Barcelona is really unforgiving in this. As we see Bourne carrying a lot of speed, he might be able to make the move now here on the finish line straight. Let's see if he's going to make it happen. He's going to try to go on the inside now. He's going to break later. He's going to be patient. You can see the Mercedes showing the nose. There's up outside. Here we go through turn 1. Bourne breaking at the exact time, and he's going to regain that pole. He's going to regain that P1. There you have it. But now Bird is going to carry a little more speed through this turn 3. Let's see if he's going to have a chance at him now at turn 5. Let's see if it's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Bourne trying to defend the best he can. He's going to have the inside, and it's going to reclaim the lead. great move from Mr. Bourne. And as we were saying, the off tracks are really unforgiving here as we see Vitala sliding all over the place. Gonna be able to save it at the end. We're gonna go back with the Maserati of Kevin Torrance. But yeah, as I was saying, really unforgiving off tracks here in Barcelona. Really easy to get a warning. Keep in mind when you get 3, you're gonna get yourself a drive-through or a stop-and-go penalty. So that's something no one is looking forward for. Torrance carrying a lot of speed here through turn 3. It's looking great. He's going to be able to have a shot at Willie Owens. He's showing the nose in the inside. He's going to have to brake early. Be careful on those tires. Oh, that's Willie Owens going off the track. Not good there. Oh, that's not good to say. Willie Owens is going to leave the track. Unfortunately, he's going to lose a position. That's another one for Mr. Torrance. See Willie Owens now back in the track, but now John Wilson catching him. I'm gonna jump right in. Eric, don't. Still fighting with Trowbridge. Pearson making a little bit of a gap now. That's 2 seconds already. Looking great from the Swede. He's doing a fantastic job so far. And now things are starting to settle up again. That's a good exit from Daunt. Let's see if now it's the time to attack. Plus he's carrying a lot of speed. Doesn't look like he's gonna be able to make the move. So we will have to wait, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go now with John Wilson, who's getting closer and closer to Willie Owens. But still, Willie doing the best he can. Starting to get the grip back with that Porsche. Obviously, no one was more perfect. Everything takes time to perfect. But he's doing great. Wish I was aware. This was a way to turn off SA on our little 2-3 car races. What do you mean, sir? When you're practicing? Is that what you mean? I would like to understand as well. I'm sure you'll let me know in just a few seconds. John Wilson is trying his best to catch Willie Owens. You can see he has the speed, but he's not going to be able to make it happen yet. Aston Martin working well, even though was involved in an incident with Benshaya. Benshaya already retired. You can see he's not on the server anymore, unfortunately for him. We're not gonna see him for the rest of the race. And here you have Wilson with a great exit of turn 3. And he's gonna have a shot on the inside, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that Owens is still ahead. He's gonna close the gap. He's gonna leave the space now. Being respectful, he's still ahead. And he still has the inside for the hairpin. Let's see how this plays out, because it's looking good so far. They're going to go side by side. You can see there Wilson playing patiently. He's going to get a better exit. Obviously, it's not going to matter too much, because you shouldn't try anything with this corner. And again, in the status quo. Let's go with Medeotti now, who seems to have caught Daunt and Trowbridge already. My God. Bravo Italia, eh? Bravo Italia, Italia. Doing the best they can, and what a good representative Mr. Medeotti is. Right now, the GT4 professional champion on P1 he is. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see there, Medeotti is going to make the move on the inside. They're going to go side by side. Not even that. That's a great overtake. Good Lord. Chris Warren always delivers a good close race, either leading or chasing. I completely agree. I've lived that first person with him, so I can completely confirm that. We're gonna go back now. Mr. Peterson, there you have him. He's already catching. Oh, wait, we need to go here. We need to go here. That was a mistake from Derek Bird. What has happened there? Oh, that's complete overshoot of the hairpin. And now he's gonna drop P2, P3 he is right now. That's a big mistake. And now he has a 2.5-second gap to make. You can see right behind him there's spawn off. He might have a fight here. But as we were saying, I really agree with you, Mr. Goddard. You've been in the server today. This man is flying on the GT4s. And here we have Daunt again. Like, this fight has been incredible so far. Now Medeotti is in the middle of the sandwich. There you see that now that's a really good exit. Medioti's still ahead and he's catching the pack. You can see the man leading that pack is not Mr. Pearson, it's actually Shane Pollitt. British man doing a good job there with the Alpine P4. We're gonna go right into the track now because you'll see that the gap between P5 and P4 is massive. It's already 10 seconds and a half. So there's a long way to catch them. But let's see if they can, ladies and gentlemen. It would be amazing to see some closer fighting for the lead. For now, we saw that Derek Bird made the mistake, but now he's catching up again to John Saunders. Still, everything seems to calm so far here in Barcelona. Hope you're having a great time here with me, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you want to support the channel, leave us a follow, leave us a like. Bring your friends to the party. Because I also have some good news for you. I am gonna try personally to add some good stuff to the stream so you can be a really good participant on it. We're gonna have a driver of the day. I'm gonna try to set that up for next week so we can have a driver of the day vote, which I think you would all love to participate in. And hopefully from next week on, since I'm gonna get my microphone, I'll be able to give you some better quality on the audio, as well as trying to get some interviews. So that's gonna be amazing to keep improving the stream and to keep giving you some good entertainment. As we see, John Wilson's gonna try his best to make the move happen. Langlois is not gonna be able to do so. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to check here because that was Trowbridge. We're gonna have to check a replay. What has happened here? You can see Trowbridge going through La Caixa. Oh, that's Mediotti with the contact. That's Mediotti with the contact, and you can see Mediotti slowing down. He has given the position back. That the respectable move from Mr. Mediotti, admitting the mistake and giving the position back. This is what we like, ladies and gentlemen. Clean, fair racing. That deserves a round of applause. That's lovely from Mr. Mediotti. We're gonna go on Derek Bird, who has already caught up to Saunders. Now it's less than a second already. Good God, this man's flying. Jesus Christ, what an incredible race so far. Around the Englishman, let's see if he can make the move on Saunders. But keep in mind, biggest winner, man who's hitting the jackpot, is Mr. Bourne, P1, 4 seconds ahead, and he has a really comfortable lead. Now the only thing he needs to do is keep it on the black stuff and keep this incredible pace that he has, because he's putting on 54s after 54. That has been absolutely fantastic. We're going to check on Mediotti now, who's going to have a shot at Torrance. Hopefully this time around, it won't end up in hell. It will end up in heaven. We'll see. Mediotti trying his best to make that move. You can see he's going to move the outside. That's not the best move, Mediotti. That's not going to work out because you just lost all speed. That's forcing the move a little too much. But still, he has the speed to go back at him. We're going to jump with Derek Bird now because you can see it as well. We'll go through Caixa and now we're going to go into Bank de Sabadell, where Bird is really catching up to Saunders. Here you have him, P2 for the British man. Trying his best to defend from Bird, but if I'm honest with you, I think they should be helping each other to catch Bourne, who now has a 4 second and a half lead. We're going to check the track map so you can see the gaps are getting really big throughout all of the drivers. That's Saunders on the gravel, and that means that Bird is not going to have too many issues making the move. You can see they're already side by side. Bird has the speed. He shouldn't have any issues making the move stick. There you have him, and he's going to reclaim P2. So now he has free air in front of him to try to catch up to Bourne, who's doing an incredible job now. Mediotti getting a great exit. He's going to try his best. He's going to try a shot at Trowbridge again. There you have him. Great fight we haven't so far. A little messy because of the incident at La Caixa, but still, it's Dunt ahead of him, and Mediotti is putting a great pace. After all of that, after the first incident and after the hit between himself and Torrance. That's a little bit of a cut from Mereotti. That might be a warning, ladies and gentlemen. I remember that the warnings are easily given here in Barcelona, so every driver has to be super careful to not get a big penalty out of it. So we'll see how it goes for now. Mereotti, again with a great exit, but he might make the move now because he's looking super fast through this section. Let's see if it goes for a better exit. That looks fine. That looks real good, but it's not going to be enough because that Trovic still has the speed to defend it through turn 7. There we go. That's looking good. That's good from both of them. That's a lot of speed now from Mereotti, who had to overcorrect because of a little bit of oversteer. And here we go through turn 8, one of the toughest corners in the whole track, and maybe even the whole calendar, because the moment you miss the apex a little bit, you're out. And Mereotti's going to have a shot at the inside. Oh my god! That's the dive there. You can see Mr. Trowbridge is having none of it. He knows that Mereotti has the pace. Right now, a whole second faster, so he's not going to bother the Italian too much. Colombo here at the back, P20, the BMW, trying his best now to catch Langlois. There we go through turn 7, and looking good for both of them. A little slow, but still enough because they're both alive, because that's what matters at the end. And turn 8 again. This incredible hard turn there. You have both of them going a little slow, playing it safe through there. But Colombo might have a shot here. You can see there he's showing the nose. He's going to try to dive on the inside. He's going to break a little later. He's not going to be able to hook it up yet. That's a good defense from Langlois, who's going to keep himself on P18. We have seen another dropout. I don't know who was it, but we've seen another drop. Another retirement. Fight is still going on here. Saunders already a second and a half, and he's not finding the pace to catch third bird. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to show you this because it's just remarkable to see the speed from these two fine gentlemen. Put the sectors right into your screens so you can see how incredible and how close the pace is between these two men, who are doing a fantastic race so far. Born right now with a 5-second lead, so he still has a big advantage, and if he doesn't make a big mistake, he should have this on the pocket. We'll see how it goes because we still have 30 minutes remaining. I'm going to jump here now with Mr. Solvage P12. Not doing bad either. Right now, finds himself free air from behind and front. So looking good. We have now Rainer Berger really close to Peter Miles. There you have the fight between the BMW and the Porsche. Berger's going to try to go for the late braking, but at the end he's going to have to play it safe because there's a little bit of a lockup from the tire. He's going to have to keep himself behind. Now again, Statis really close now to Jeremy Arrobas. Arrobas getting a good entry. He's going to get a good entry as well. That looks great. That looks great from the drivers. Ooh, that's really wide from Statis. That might be a warning because that was a big cut and that was really fast. So we'll see. He's still carrying the speed, but it's not going to be enough for Arrobas to lose the position. So good job there with defense. Every driver has to be careful now because we're 30 minutes in. We've seen a lot of off tracks, and maybe their penalties are coming real soon. We will have to wait and see, but for now it's Dimitri Statis. Let's check the cockpit view. That's a great exit from turn 3. Really fast so far. And he might have a shot at Arrobas now because it's really close. It all depends on what he does. In just a few seconds, you can see there the correction. He's just correcting all the ways because the car wants to go and not straight. So that's a good exit, but still, Jeremy Arrobas keeping it tidy, keeping it safe, and keeping it clean. It's working out wonders for him. Here you have Arrobas going through turn 7. I think we really want a helmet view of this incredible corner. Look at that turn 8. You need to be so careful. You see there, He was a little slow there. Ladies and gentlemen, we've seen the drop of Peterson and Don. Peterson losing a position. He might have made a mistake because he was ahead. That's not looking great, ladies and gentlemen. We have now here Mr. Sat is really close. He might try it on the inside. Oh my God, they're side by side here through Bank de Sabadell. He's going to have to drop it. No, so he didn't have the speed, and if he went for the outside line, he was going to go real slow through here. You can see there, Stat is getting a little impatient. Not so good to feel the frustration, not being able to make the move. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, please let me know. Who do you think is going to get the podium? Because I've seen most of you supporting Chris Bourne. But who's going to end up in that top 3? Is it going to be Bird and Saunders? Will Ponov have a chance? What can happen? We have a slow car on the track. That's Sosa going on the wall. He's last right now. It's not looking good. Here we have now a fight of 3. My God almighty, that's Langlois making the move on Colombo. And right behind him, there's Willie Owens trying his best to also make it. But it didn't happen at the end. Oh my God! Jesus! That was so close between Colombo and Langlois. At the end, it's not going to come to contact. But good Lord almighty, was that close. Jesus! That was millimeters away from disaster. And you can see there Willie Owens trying his best. We got a good exit now. He has a chance. Might be able to make it. That's really good exit from him. Is it going to be enough? We don't know. Langlois right now has a comfortable lead on this 3-man pack. Owens with a lot of speed. I don't know why. Colombo is running away from the slipstream. That just slowed him down. You can see. And that's going to be Colombo really fast through that first corner. That was beautiful to see. From Colombo. Colombo's going to try to make the move. They're going side by side through turn 3. He's going to have to drop it because he knows if not, he's not going to make the corner. But again, he's going to go for it. There you see him. He's going to try to go for the inside easy. He's going to brake late. Both of them braking before the bridge. Nothing's going to happen just yet. Oh, that's a little bit of net code. And Colombo's going to take the move, but he's going to go straight. So that's 2 position for Willie Owens, who says, oh, open door, I'll go in, no problem. That's Langlois with a little bit of damage on the front of the car, and Colombo as well. Will be interesting how the tires last. Yeah, I agree with you, sir. Because all of the drivers, especially the top 2, they are putting incredible lap times. We have the leader, Mr. Chris Bourne, with how much he's pushing to put those lap times in. The tires have to be dying in about 10 minutes. We'll see the results of a really big beating. And we have bad news because that's carrying Torrance on the Maserati, losing the car, spinning it out, still going to keep the possession. But look who's behind him. That's Willie Owens, the cowboy. There you have him, trying his best to get another position. Here you have the American. Let's see what he can do. Torrance has lost the focus, unfortunately. Let's see if he can get it back quickly, because if not, he might find himself behind the Porsche. That's a great couple of corners from Owens. That's a great line. He's being real fast now. And let's see if he can make the move for P17. Doesn't look like so just yet. And I really agree with you, Mr. Garland. And I have a question, guys. Please tell me, if you could choose anything to add to the stream, what would you add? Would you add a driver of the day? Would you add interviews? What would you add? Give me some ideas. Because of course, I'm making the stream to entertain you, so I want to have this as fair as possible for you to enjoy. As you see, Owens getting a really good line there through turn 3. Again, really fast. He's catching up really quickly to Mr. Torrance. And he might have a go out, and we're going to jump right into Brian Berger. They're going through La Caixa right now, himself and Peter Miles. There you see the line with both of them. That's looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, the move has happened. Willie Owens putting a great performance so far with that change of cars from the KTM to the Porsche. There you have them. That's great. That's incredible. That's P17 now. Biggest Cojones Award. Did you like the I can okay. I can work on a Biggest Cojones Award. Would you like me to try to make some videos? The top 5 biggest cojones moves of the week? We can make that happen. That sounds like a great idea, Mr. Queen. I didn't even notice I said biggest cojones, I swear. I just my mind with the Spanglish. Here we have Berger again, P15. He's trying his best to catch Peter Miles because he's trying to get now a better exit through turn 3. That looks really neat from him. There's not going to be enough just yet. And we're going to show you now the gaps as we go into Dimitri Statis, who has been fighting the whole race with Jeremy Arrobas. Well, let's check on the track map. You can see everyone is so spread out. You can clearly see there's barely any fights on the track at the moment. We still have 23 minutes remaining. And here we see Statis getting a great exit this time around. A little bit of debris there after turn 8. The car behind the Sober should really jump in that corner. Here we go for another round. And Roba's putting on a great performance, a great defense. Again, Statis with a better exit here. But he's not going to be able to capitalize on Banque de Sabadell. Not going to work out for him. You can see he's really faster on this third sector. And he's not being able to make the move. He has to wait for the mistake from Arrobas to make it happen. That's a good line from both of the drivers. And still was a little bit of a correction from Statis. And it's not gonna be enough just yet. The gaps are really open now. There you have Mr. Dirk Bird, who caught P2. But the pace is so similar between himself and P1 that it's not cutting the gap. It's still 4 seconds. So it all depends on if Dirk Bird can put now some quality lap times, which I guess is going to be really hard, nearly impossible, with how the tires are. Again, the fight here between Arrobas and Statis doesn't stop, but the move is not happening as well. Let's give some camera review also to one of the drivers who has done pretty well so far. We're gonna jump with Mr. Pona. You know, he has been silent, but the silent man has been able to conquer P4 and now has a big chance to put himself with a lot of points for the championship. This time around here, Barcelona, round 4 of the championship. So there's a great race for Mr. Mirsha. Let's see if we can hold the P4, because I'm really looking forward to seeing some more racing from him, because he's doing incredible. We're gonna jump right again into the fight between these two gentlemen. You can see there again, Statis has to drop it, but now he has more speed. Is it the time now? Arrobas going a little bit off the track. They're gonna go side by side again through Banque de Sabadell. This time around, Statis makes a move on the outside. Let's see if he can close it now. No, he can. Oh, that's Arrobas correcting a little bit. He might have the chance now through the last sector. That's a great move from Statis. And as I told you, the third sector is really hard to overtake on. And again, you can give it some big cojones award for Statis. For now, it's going to be P2 on the bigger cojones. Not enough cars for these tracks. I kind of have to agree, because the track is massive. And because the track is so wide in some of the places, you can make the gap quickly. But Jeremy Arrobas is not done. He's going to try his best. He's not going to be able to make it just yet. That's a big cut on that first part of the chicane. That looks great from Jeremy. But he's not going to be able to make it happen, because Statis has won himself P10 after a really long fought fight. There you have Statis that's really wide. That might be a warning. We've seen all of the cars struggling with the off tracks. It's really impressive that we haven't seen any penalties so far. To be honest with you, that's Statis going really slow there. That's Arrobas carrying a lot of speed. Arrobas is going to try to make the move. He's going to have to wait it out again. He's playing it super safe. I think he could have made the move happen there. But I'm sure he's trying to prove a point that patience wins it all, instead of going in every time you have a chance to. That's a really good performance so far from the Canadian. Represented the flag of eSeniors the best he can, and let me tell you, he has been doing a great job so far. So great to see him in action. That's a little wide through turn 8. Might be, as we said, another warning Good lord, everyone is struggling so much through these curves of Barcelona that are really tricky, especially some of the corners are a pain to go through. But as Mr. Garland was pointing out, Barcelona is a really big track, and the moment you break the slipstream, that's when you know that the gaps are going to get really big. So we're not having a lot of action so far here in this GT4 race. I'm going to check out the track map again, and there you have it. Everyone's so spread out. So spread out. Barely have some fights going on. Only a couple. This is one of them. Brandenburger, we're going to see Colomba dropping another position. With going really slow. That's not good to see because Colomba is now struggling a little bit. It's going to be Torrance making another move. Colomba really going slow. Obviously, he's moving now for the lap car. Sorry, for the car that is slapping them. And you can see that gentleman is none other than John Saunders. And now Colomba has a chance to make it on the outside of Langlois because he's going to brake later. He's going to try the switcheroo. That's too wide, my friend. That is too wide. Langlois might make the move now because he's just behind Colomba. He's going to try the inside, and that's going to be Colomba losing another position. What has happened there? Arrobas has lost another position. We're going to check that out. We're going to check a replay of 30 seconds. What has happened here? You can see Sauvage was behind Jeremy. Jeremy has made a big mistake. This is weird to see that he has dropped 2 seconds in just a moment. Let's see. Oh, that's super wide. That's straight. Trying to break it too late. It didn't work out for him. And unfortunately, there's a move on Jeremy Arrobas. We're going to have to go live in just a few moments because we're also having Arrobas struggling with Mr. Vitala, who's going to try the inside, and there you have the door open. That's another position loss from Jeremy Arrobas, who's now struggling in this last half of the race. 16 minutes remaining, 16 seconds, 16 minutes and 50 seconds. This is not looking good for Jeremy. He put on an incredible performance so far, but I think the tires are starting to fall off. And you could clearly see that it was because he's struggling so much on the braking zones. Hopefully. Oh no, what has happened? Oh, yeah, Vitala. He's gonna drop the position to Arrobas. Oh, Lord Almighty, that is not good to see. Unfortunately, that's Vitala out. And as you said, tires are starting to struggle. And look at someone who has taken care of their tires really well. That's Eric Dunn, who has been chasing the dog the whole race. And I think that was the best strategy so far because his tires have to be way fresher than Mr. Pollitt, who has been pushing a lot. Let's see if now Dunn can make the move happen. It's getting real close to Shane Pollitt. Now a second between one another. This is still going on. 15 minutes and 45 seconds remaining of this amazing race here in Barcelona. To be honest, I think the grid is also really spread out through the track because we're talking about GT4s. GT4s are slower in speed. It's a little easier to catch up with GT3s because you don't feel the slipstream that much on GT4s as well. As we see, Eric Bond, wow, that was a great entry. And let's see if now it's a chicane. Is it going to make it happen? That's looking like a safe exit because he didn't know what Shane was going to do. Still better exit than Shane or not because he went, oh no! He went on the gravel. Commentator curse just hit him in the face, and that's a big shunt on the front of the car. The car has to be completely destroyed. Good Lord Almighty, that's the worst thing that could have happened to Eric Dawn. He was playing it so well, so safe. You can see that side of the car is completely destroyed. My God. Even though you see it's the paint, it's more than that. That was a big shunt. And you can see now he's already lacking speed. Peterson is catching up quickly. Good Lord Almighty, that's really unfortunate for Bond, who was putting on an incredible performance so far. That mistake might cost him more than one position, we'll see, because Peterson is trying his best to catch up to Mr. Daunt. And that's Peterson now on the grass. Another car making mistakes. The tires are already going off. I don't know if we're going to have a Silverstone F1 experience here with the tires blowing out. But imagine if that happened, the tires have to be completely destroyed. The temperature is 36 on the track. It's quite warm here in Barcelona. See the leader, Chris Warren, ever since he made the move on Bird, hasn't dropped it. 6 seconds of a gap now. Warren has been doing incredible, and he has the win on his pocket. But let's not talk too early, because we've seen what has happened to different drivers. Here we have Torrance again dropping the position. But the GT4s actually race on this track? They do. They do. And also the GTE and LMP2s in real life. There needs to be a 500% increase in damage to more realistic. To be honest, I kind of agree with that, but if we had that, as we see, Mr. Collins, space, I think if we had completely realistic damage, half of the grid would have been nearly dead already, because we've seen a lot of contacts. And to be honest, sometimes with the cars, a little touch can destroy the whole car. So I think doing that would make the drivers play it more safely, and we would have way cleaner racing. That could also be an option to improve that. We've had a lot of incidents this time around, but let me tell you, the whole grid is spread out. We don't have any fights going on in the track. I'm going to show you the track map now. Look at that. There's only a pack of 6 there going through that hairpin. There you see him, lead by the 69 car, which is P4. There you have him. It's Merch Ponaf. But still, the gaps are like 2 seconds, 2 seconds and a half. So nothing is happening right now. Just everyone's struggling a lot with the tires. They're really destroyed now. But I think the damage increase would really help out on having clean racing, and people will be way more smart when knowing when to go in and when not to. So that's a good idea. You could propose that on the main chat. Surely the adversaries will take it on consideration. I'm gonna take a little sip of water, sorry. Oh, I'm gonna have a fun 11 minutes remaining. As we said, this is the only fight on the track right now, closer than second. It's Vitala and Arrobas again going at it. We've seen Arrobas drop 2 positions. He was, sorry, 3 positions, because he was top 10. Sorry, it was 2. Sorry, it's my brain is not working anymore. That's Vitala breaking real late. But so far, even though he dropped 2 positions, Arrobas hasn't been doing bad here with the GT4. That's really hard on the curb, and it's gonna make him slide. You see that he dropped a little bit. I think the server's already set at 100% damage. Can you increase that? Could you? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know a lot about the server management on ACC. I don't know if you can make it even bigger than that. See, like something I would love to have. Oh my God, it's Columba making the move on the inside of Langlois, who's really struggling now. He went completely off the track. His tires have to be completely dead. And as I was saying, I think if this game was moddable, that would make it so better. Because the modding community, at least for Assetto Corsa, is incredible. And I'm sure they would have come up with even better damage physics. One of the developers has said that they're working on it and they're going to release something by the end of the year or the first quarter of 2022. So we will have to wait and see. But I'm really looking forward to seeing some improvements on the physics. That's going to put this simulator on another level. That would be incredible to see. And I'm really hoping that they are not selling smoke. Can damage be set on server? Yes, you can put how much percentage of damage you can set. You can go for a more realistic damage input, like you can put 100%, you can put 50, in case you know people are gonna bump into each other a lot, so the races are not done in the first hit. Here we have Medeopti now getting closer and closer to Peterson. You can see there that that guy's going to move out of the way, and that's going to be Matteotti, 2 seconds behind Peterson. And I have to be honest with you, this man has been putting an incredible performance. Sweet Mr. Andreas Peterson, P7. Great job so far. Here we have him with the Mercedes, doing great. And we have a fight in our hands. Dala again has caught up after that really slow Kaiser that he did last lap. He has caught up to Jeremy Arrobas. Let's see what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, because we might have a fight here until the end. Don't have anything else going on in the race so far, so we're gonna check this fight out. And as I was saying, you can set the damage to whatever you feel like. That's something you can do. You can also set the weather to progression, like instead of having one permanent weather, you can have it progressive as well. The thing about progressive is that if you don't set the number correctly, you might be an issue. So basically, I've only done one race in ACC, and it was Spa in another community. And the guys in the server, instead of putting 0.3 on the weather change, they put 3. And we had the worst, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen the movie, we're gonna check it, we're gonna check a replay. I'll keep telling you about this in a second. You can see, Peterson going right through like ice at the tires are really struggling now for all the drivers. And they're just trying to survive as much as they can. Good thing for Peterson is that he has an 18-second gap. Ladies and gentlemen, what has happened here? That's Derek Bird going into the pit lane. Did he get a penalty? I'm not sure. Did he run out of fuel? I am not certain of what has happened. But Derek Bird has just lost the race in there. He had a really good P2, completely safe there. And now... oh no, that's the worst thing that could have happened to Bird. He had the P2 ready to rock and roll, ready to bring it home, and now he finds himself on the pit lane. He has lost now 8 positions, and he's going to keep on losing because Derek Bird is still on the pit lane. And here we go, it's going to be Vidal and Arrobas. They're going to overtake him for sure. Let's see, because Mr. Bird is still on the pit lane. That's going to be another 3 positions lost. What has happened? We don't know. Maybe he ran out of fuel and went into the pits. I really don't know. This cannot be a penalty, because if not, we would have seen it. But I do think he has run out of fuel, and this is the worst thing that could have happened to him. He was doing absolutely incredible. We don't know yet. I'm sure he will let us know the main chat what happened, surely. But that is really bad news, because now he finds himself on the back of the grid. He's still in the pit. I don't think we're going to see him coming out now. Vidal is still going to try his best to get Arrobas. But look who has taken that P3 now. That's Mr. Mirch Ponov. Really deserved, because he has been putting an incredible, really consistent race. If you don't start off, that's what I mean. I think Bird has run out of fuel and has come to the pits just to keep it there. Just to hold it steady, because you can see he's not moving, and it doesn't seem like he's going to move at all. We'll see what happened, but this is really unfortunate for the British man, who was doing an incredible race so far, and this is not the way we want him to end. Really unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to check on this fight again. Jeremy Arrobas still defending from Mr. Vitala, because he thought it was a 50-minute race. That might have been it. He might have thought it was 50 like last week and not 60. So I can understand that. Arrobas still defending. He has been doing a great job. And though he lost a couple positions, but now he's back at P11. So only 1 position lost for most of his race. Still a good job from the Canadian. We're gonna jump with Matteotti, which after being taken out in the beginning of the race, I think he deserves a lot of applause. for this comeback on this GT4. The Porsche doing wonders for the Italian. There you have him. And seriously, this man deserves some credit. He has been doing incredible. Finding himself on P6 now. That's going to be Vitala. Trying his best to make that move happen. That's a big dive from Vitala and it's going to go off the track. That's what I call an overshoot, and Vitala is going to find himself now some seconds behind. That was a big dive. It was looking like a big cojones moment, but at the end, it looked like a flop. Unfortunately for Vitala, risking it all in this last 3 minutes of racing hasn't worked out. Still P12, he hasn't lost anything, so I think he should try to bring it to the end. We'll see what happens. Eric Dawn, here we have him. He's now catching up to Shane Pollitt again. Let's see if we see a move at the end of the race. Right in front of him, you can see there, that's the white BMW. If I'm not mistaken, that is Mr. Bornoff. And we might have a fight here for P3, because Pollitt and Dawn are getting closer and closer. We'll see what happens, but ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna jump with Mr. Saunders now, because he also deserves a lot of credit. He finds himself in P2. He has been doing incredible so far. A little mistake in the middle of the race, but still a great job. And at P2, I think he should be very happy with this result. Obviously, everyone wants to win. But, he should be quite happy. And of course, talking about a man doing incredible things. There you have the man in question. The leader, Chris Warren. Here we have an inside camera of the helmet. It's going to head on to the penultimate lap of the race. You can see there, he could have had a chance of slowing down a little bit to make this the last lap, but he hasn't at the end. Get it up front end. Should be crushed in. There you have it. We have, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to check. Derek Bird, he has come out, but he has already gone off the track. I think it might have been, I don't know what has happened. Maybe there has been something personal. We don't have information. But one way or another, that's not the best thing to see. Bird was putting an incredible performance, and see him on the back now. It's not good. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight is still going on for Vitala and for Arrobas. Here you have both. As much as they can. We're gonna see, ladies and gentlemen, if Mr. Bourne is gonna play it safe now and make it the last lap, because he has a chance to do so. Here you have Vitala still behind. Not gonna happen. They're gonna have to do one more lap. Ladies and gentlemen, pulling up now. He has been doing incredible. You see him here, but look who's behind. That's both Pollitt and Dawn. We're catching up lightning fast, and we might have a really good last lap, because we might have to do another one. I'm not certain. I don't think so. In case Mr. Bourne slows down to finish it off now. We'll see. For now, you can see that he is slowing it down. He knows he has this on the pocket, so no need. Go for another round. You can see there it's going to go for the exit. It's going to go a little slow. It's lifting a little bit. It's going to be enough, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be a race winner? He's going to go for another lap. He's going to go for another lap, Dan. It seems like he's going to give us another lap, and this might be crucial for some of the drivers, because you see there that Eric Dawn now super close to Shane Pollitt. This is going to be a good finish of a race. This should be the checkered flag, if I'm not mistaken, for both of them. We'll see. Good coverage, bud. Shame there wasn't as much entertainment like last week. I am really sorry for that, Mr. Melvin. I've tried my best. Oh my God almighty! That is Mr. Pornham going off the track. They still have another lap left. We might have some intensity now. Let's see, Mr. Garland. Maybe you called it, and now it's gonna happen. AEK 110. I'm really happy for you. Sevilla has won as well, so I'm staggered. Here we have the fight right now for P3. My God, who would have said Chris Bourne was going to give us one more round, and this is going to be an interesting one. Here we go now through turn 3. Mr. Polnareff leading the pack of 3 for the podium. Who's going to be able to take the podium? You see that Chris Bourne not having any issues. We're going to check on him when he crosses the finish line. Oh my God, that's Shane Paul really going fast now. You can see that he's going to try the outside. He's going to try to get a better exit now. Let's see, that's super fast as well from Mr. Eric Daunt. Eric Daunt super close now. He's going to have to wait it up for the straight. Let's see what happens. You can see there Mr. Don being really patient. He's trying to play his cars well. That's a slow entry from Poland. This might be the chance for Daunt. This might be the chance for the Belgian. Let's see if he can make it happen. That's a wide entry. He's going to lose a lot of speed there. So nothing is going to happen just yet. We're going to jump with the race leader. He's going to take the victory, ladies and gentlemen. That's Chris Bourne taking a W for the championship. That is a great, clean, incredible race from Bourne. A little bit of a mishap, but at the end, he's going to get the checker flag. And that's our winner for the day. Right behind him, there you have a P2 for John Saunders, and we're looking forward now because we're going to have a fight for P3. There you have it, Polnareff still defending as much as he can. There you have the fight of 3. Who's going to be able to make it? We're going to have an helicopter view. Oh, was Polnareff cutting the corner? He made a mistake. Is he going to slow down? It doesn't look like so. At the end, he's going to take the warning, and at the end, he's going to take the podium. Wow, that's a cut on the chicane. He couldn't make it. He went straight, and at the end, that's a podium for Polnareff. Great to see him there. But good lord, oh Jesus Christ, that's Daunt enjoying himself from that P5 on the wall. That's a drive-through. That's a drive-through for Andreas Peterson. What has happened? He has made the mistake. He has made the mistake at the end. He has got the corner on the chicane and got a 30-second penalty. That is not very good news, because now he's going to lose some positions, maybe 2, maybe 3. We'll see. Vitala is still fighting here for that P11 from Arrobas. We'll see. Really bad ending for Peterson, really unlucky, because he was doing great, and unfortunately the warnings paid out at the end and not for the good ride. Let's see if Vitala can make it happen on the last corner. He has the speed, but he's not going to be able to make it. He's going to go wide, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to be it. That's going to be it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to check the timetable. There you have it. What an amazing race. And that's going to be the end. Thank you very much for being here with me today. I'm sorry that we didn't get the best race ever due to the track being this big, but I hope you enjoyed at the end with me. Hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow here with the Porsche Cup, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.